It wasn't properly plugged in.
Okay, but the
light was on.
Yeah, well. Hello, beautiful babies. Is it working now?
Feedback.
Yay! Oh!
Well, you couldn't hear the microphone, and yet the moment I said, let us know if you cannot hear us very well, you said that no mic.
I sang such beautiful songs. I asked you how you were doing. I told you all these stories. I got really paranoid about squeaking into the microphone idly and not thinking about it. But you didn't even hear any of that. Fucking... It's okay. I'll forgive you. Carly, we were just saying that you did the little emoji with the chick, and we were telling you that you were the new baby Jesus, and that you were beautiful.
What?
It's the beautiful camel. It's a good bike, isn't it? I'm very happy with it. It's ridiculous, and I love it.
I like the music that it plays.
Yeah, it's good music, and it's perfect. And now I'm gonna start my own biker gang. I'm sorry that all the ladies are gonna follow me because I'm so fucking rad, and you're gonna lose the entire free company because I'm gonna start a biker gang, and they're all just gonna follow me. I'm sorry. That's just how it is.
It's pretty cute. Form just teleported to a different zone and started riding up with their bike to random people. Just going, look at me, look at this bike, look at this thing that you don't have.
Yeah. I like how there were 3 viewers and then the mic came on and the third person left.
Yeah. It's like,
fuck these people.
You're gonna fight Boss Mom. Curly, have you seen a Japanese cartoon called Zombieland Saga?
Japanese cartoon. You upset me. It's okay, I'm not gonna fight Boss Mom. I'll bring them back.
I've heard much about it. Probably from Ray.
It is fun. It is like fun. No, it's just fun.
It's kind of entry level. It's the gateway idol anime.
All of the idol stuff kind of really bores and sometimes annoys me.
Yeah.
But it's just not my thing. But I'm still enjoying the series.
The second half, in my opinion, is stronger than the first half. But more importantly, why I bring it up is that it features a character who is...
I'll fight this Boss Mom. Fucking come get me.
I've seen her around. She's pretty good.
I'm gonna kick her butt.
Tai is a legend, yeah. Legendary Yamada Tai. But it features a character who is both Form and I recognize as just being Amini incarnate. And she's part of the, I don't know if you're familiar with the Bosozoku subculture in Japan, which is like from the 90s, I think. This female biker gangs, basically. And one of the characters is from that era. And she's basically just what Amini would be like.
As a younger character, maybe.
Yeah. Just really spunky and confident and threatens every other person that she will kill them the moment she disagrees with them.
Oh, yeah. She just...
Yeah.
It's funny how I couldn't possibly RP that even if I wanted to.
It's...
I mean, maybe if it was in, like...
It's pretty hard to write, in my opinion.
Slower RP. She's very good.
Yeah.
Curly, I believe in you. You can watch whatever the fuck you want to. But all in its own time.
We'll put it on the ever-growing list. I know how that feels.
Also put Dragon Pilot on there.
Of things I'm meant to watch. Yeah. Yeah, like it's not... In my opinion, it's not like a an amazingly deep or like super smart show, but how do I open this?
It's kind of cute.
It's cute, and the second half goes a little bit deeper into characterizations.
Alright, so catch me up. What was happening in the game?
I'm underwater.
I
Yeah, we watched it. And we watched all the way to the end. It was really good. It's probably one of my personal top favorite anime series
It's very cute.
this year. It's Dragon Pilot. The premise, I think it's like manga from the 70s.
I don't know. It certainly looks like it.
Hey, we both made the sound.
Yeah, but I did it better.
Rude. But it's an anime from the 70s. It's a manga from the 70s, I believe. And the premise is basically that Japan's Air Force has planes. Lower game a bit. Again? Does it keep resetting?
You just keep getting quieter. Oh no!
Already finished my drink. The game hasn't even started.
Too much chatting.
Yeah. The Japanese Air Force has fighter jets that are actually dragons, like armored to look like fighter jets.
I feel like this could sound either really cool or really lame, and I don't think it's either. It's just kind of cute.
Yep. It's more about the characters.
What is that? What is that? What was that? Some pants? I don't know what that was.
I don't know. But that's the invisible dude.
Well.
There's such tight spaces that you just kind of end up waiting for them to pass.
Yeah, the game just banks on you getting curious too early. Is that him? No. I feel like I still haven't seen him.
Because he's invisible, dummy.
Oh, I saw something blue that time. I'll just leave you alone.
Whoa! There's another one. Oh!
Just sit in the naughty corner.
That's my amnesia experience.
Yeah.
Just like walk a little bit, then look at the. It was even worse in amnesia than in this game for me because amnesia had music, like the monster. Whenever the monsters were around, music would play. And then when they despawned, the music would stop playing. So I would just stare at a wall, wait for the music to stop, and then turn around and keep moving.
How would they stop you from doing that? Give
Like-
them actual paths? Or?
Like how to avoid that?
Yeah, how to avoid that line?
Don't give monsters music.
Fun.
No.
Yeah, I've noticed that. It does poorly, but I think it's also to do with YouTube.
Yeah.
We could look into that at some point. Like if you're gonna stream publicly on YouTube anyway, you might as well switch to Twitch.
Yeah, I was thinking about Twitch, but I don't know.
YouTube handles Black Sabbath as well as a Christian
Hollywood.
church.
Ha 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 ha.
Both good.
Just don't know where to go. Well, dead end. Have some reds instead. Yeah. Wait, reds are also racist, so never mind.
Oh no. Oh, that makes sense because red is bad for. I haven't, Curls, but I've heard as much. It seems like if I were to go to any church, it would be to a church led by a black community because it just seems so much less rehearsed. And it might be the same amount of rehearsed, it just... I don't know.
What am I doing?
Strict, weird environment churches creep the fuck out of me. I don't know. Maybe you are supposed to go in the room where the mobster was.
This is where I came from, I think.
Can't you talk to her? I think she left, right? Is she still in your pocket?
She's in my pocket, but I have to slot her in to a door opener terminal in order to talk to her.
Well, that's just silly. What kind of a Pokedex is she? Yeah.
I say it how it is. Same regular. Oh, and the door opener does not speak. Is it here? Do I have to like jump over?
Clearly, you need to get the fucking fire extinguisher and bash the window in.
Well, I don't think it's here.
Oh. Can you guys see anything, or is it just blocks?
The sky is pitch black with smoke. The ocean is dark. Incredibly dark. In the distance, I can see land. According to navigation, it's Lisbon, the coast of Portugal. Any signs of life? Over. Upper. Everything is on fire. The flames, they're reaching all the way into the sky. It's unreal. Any signs of life? No.
I'm just turning off the light.
Firestorm covering the continent.
Yeah. I'm just turning off the light in case the monster reacts to flashlight.
The sky is pitch black with smoke. The ocean is dark. Incredibly dark. In the distance, I can see land.
Sorry. Touched your shit.
Other people's things? Well,
Please die of beer.
while you sit in a corner, I'm checking whether we can improve the quality at all.
Yep. I can also switch to Twitch, but I sort of remember trying to stream via Twitch and it didn't really do much. Didn't make much of a difference. I mean, any sort of, I hate to be that person, but it'd be nice if there was some sort of guiding lights, anything, however subtle, some kind of note somewhere.
Yeah. I think I can find anything. Not much to change on the PS4.
I'll be out of here eventually. Probably.
Hello. Flashlight doesn't seem to like him much.
We'll try and follow the red light.
Yep.
I guess that's not it, huh?
Yeah, I just have no idea what you're supposed to be doing.
Well, I know what I'm supposed to be doing, but it's so vague.
What are you supposed to be doing?
Finding an emergency vessel like the one that broke.
Yeah, but I mean, there's got to be some steps in between the I'm trapped somewhere and I get out somewhere.
Well, I don't know, it's just... There's this room.
Yeah, is this the room where the dialogue keeps playing?
Yeah, but there's like...
The sky is pitch black with smoke.
There's nothing inside
The
these...
ocean is dark.
What about where the voice is coming from?
In the distance, I can see land. According to navigation,
It's also really hard to be in this room because the monster is patrolling here.
Yeah, and you can't interact with where the voice is coming from at all?
fire.
It's from the TV, but...
Yeah, but is
Flames,
there...
they're reaching all the way into the sky. It's unreal. Any signs of
I
life?
know.
Nothing but a massive firestorm covering the continent.
I think that's just meant to be ambient, not something you interact with.
Okay. I'm just gonna grasping at straws for what the game wants you to do.
Find the emergency vessel, Simon.
Nice, you found some pants.
I don't know, I feel like I covered every wall. Like I
Yeah.
walked left here, I walked to the right.
Yeah.
Maybe there's something somewhere that I have to interact with. Some tiny button hidden somewhere that I can't see in the dark. What's going on? Couldn't even see it, and already the screen is.
Yeah. So grumpy. are you sure that you're not supposed to use a fire extinguisher to bash through a window somewhere? Oh no, Ray's Intuit's died.
Well, we have missed absolutely fucking nothing.
Yeah, just walking around.
I'm just walking circles.
Maybe you're missing something because you're crouched.
That's what I'm thinking. Oh.
Oh, motherfucker.
Yeah. Yeah.
This is it. Are you okay now, Ray?
Yeah.
Yay!
Clearly, I just needed your presence to solve this conundrum.
Ray was of great assistance. I have a bike and it's very good. Good.
Now it just feels like it's underperforming. Probably suffers from anxiety at this point.
It should. Aww. What's the little bushman? He's not a robot. Oh, I should probably not.
The final efforts to stop the comet have officially failed. Impact is imminent.
What's the point of this?
Flavor. I know you don't appreciate lore.
Hey Steve, this corner is looking a bit empty. What should we put in there? Ah, just a ladder that leads to a wall. I mean, hi Steve, there's something.
The final efforts to stop the comet have officially failed. Impact is imminent. Attention crew, this is your captain.
I hope their next game has like
The final efforts to stop
um
the comet have
a
officially
PDA that the main character is carrying with them at all times. And that PDA has a Tetris minigame. So whenever you hide from the monsters, you can just crouch down, stare at a wall, whip out your PDA, and just play Tetris on it.
Just get the Pip-Boy mod.
Yeah.
The final efforts to stop the comet have officially failed. Impact is imminent.
What was that?
Just a cup floating from my face.
Attention crew, this is your captain speaking. The final efforts to stop the comet have officially failed.
Turn of valve, yeah.
Impact
Yeah. Just when you got back.
Oh, fuck. Come on, man, just
Are
squeeze.
you inside of? Oh.
Attention crew, this is your captain speaking. Efforts to stop the comet have
Yeah,
impact.
there's so many of them, and they get in the way so much. They're kind of just annoying rather than scary.
That was exactly my issue with
Were they as plentiful?
Amnesia. Not really plentiful. It was just one dude that was kind of blocking the paths where you needed to go.
Right.
So a lot of the time, you just waited, tapped out, maybe find FT3. Yeah, I mean that's where I was. I just couldn't go through because he was standing in the doorway. So now I'm just killing my time and running around until maybe I agitate him and he leaves that place. At least I think that's where I was going. I can double check again. Oh fuck it, I'm just gonna risk it. Tired of living. Yeah. Go to the very late corridor and follow it.
See, this makes more sense, I feel like, than the chicken bot.
Like, he's just in the way.
The final efforts to stop the comet have officially failed. Impact is imminent. Attention crew, this is your captain speaking. The final efforts to stop the comet
Yes,
have
he left.
officially failed.
Oh, yeah.
Impact is imminent.
Oh, you ran past the 22 corridor?
I don't... Wait.
Attention crew,
This
this
is
is your
no... Oh
captain
yeah,
speaking.
it's...
The final efforts to stop the comet have officially failed.
It's F21.
Well, I'm going somewhere I haven't been before.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's what I'm supposed to do, but...
Well, it's somewhere else. Where's this left?
Now you're on floor 3X. Yeah. Like I said, I had the impression that I knew where I had to go. It's basically how to find the right path in a game made by Frictional Games. Is a monster blocking the path? That's where you're supposed to go. I don't know how it's supposed to be spooky, but I don't know. I feel like there are better methods of making traversals scarier than simply blocking the necessary path. I don't like all atmosphere. Atmosphere, actually, all jokes aside, is pretty good. I just the intense suspense. I just feel like that atmosphere crumbles when I can I don't know, it just sounds very pretentious, but when I can see the game design.
No, I think that's fine.
It's like, oh, you put this here to block me from entering the area I'm supposed to enter.
Yeah, it takes away from the spookiness of it because, you know, it's just a walking obstacle.
Yeah, but the atmosphere as a whole is like, I like the little organic looking. I mean, I had a lot of time to look at walls, but I love the little detail on the walls where somewhere it's barnacles and then it slowly, quote unquote, morphs into like holes in walls. I don't know how to explain it, but
yeah, like that one frog that lays eggs into its own skin.
yeah.
Or like
Trying to find an example, but
what's that slimy vegetable that we don't really eat in Europe, but people do in America? It's got holes in it if you slice it. I assume where the seeds would grow. Okra, that's the one. Thank you. I know it's not always slimy, but that's what it's associated with. It looks like okra a little bit, though.
Yeah. Well, that's closed.
Curly, you were a fount of information.
A font of American knowledge.
Yes. Never actually had it, but I know it's kind of like zucchini, where if people prepare it wrong, it's just awful. Yeah, looks it.
Fried, it's alright.
I really want to try some alligator nuggets also.
This game's objective is just pull wires out of things.
Wires out of butthole. Hey, did you heal up? Use this butthole.
Well, I can't.
Aw, butthole's all worn out.
Alright. Just I.
Alright. Well, I don't mean food. I like chicken nuggets.
Warning. Reactor
Yeah.
collapse imminent.
Oh.
Proceed to the emergency room.
Alright, wall.
Oh no, you died.
Yeah. This is chicken.
Wasted. I could go for chicken nugget. Too busy thinking about alligator nuggets.
Thinking about fried okras, whatever it was.
Okras.
Yeah.
Okra.
Fried okras are just eyed.
He couldn't be any less American. I agree, girls.
What is even going on here?
Well, you're
Reactor
mushroom
collapse.
face.
Proceed to the
Yeah, but
emergency
like,
room.
what was happening?
I don't know. You're fucking shit up. They don't like
Yeah, I know.
It's kind of similar. I feel like that carried over from England. Oh, bless.
I have no idea what's happening.
I don't know either. It's just a lot of visual noise.
You're getting punished for being an American.
Yeah. Say motherfucker.
Motherfucker.
Say, make America great again.
You gotta make America great again. Chase sequence? Yeah.
Say some Armstrong things.
I played college ball, you know.
College ball?
Yeah.
College ball? Oh. What else does it say?
I honestly don't remember, but I need. Wait, what?
Wow. Wow.
Matt!
Where did it put you?
There's so many things wrong with this.
Did it put you ahead of where you were?
It put me ahead of the checkpoint. The chase sequence is seemingly broken. Not only that, the game is so poorly optimized on the console that during a chase sequence of all things, your frame rate drops to single digits. So I don't even...
Yeah, it's just like, you know what? We'll put you ahead of all this stuff. That way we don't have to render it.
Yeah. Nintendo fuckery. That's a technical term.
Sure is.
I failed, just get past the hard part.
DMC'd you.
It's cinematic. Oh, DMC would be like, hey, I seem to have noticed you died 20 times. Would you like the easy mode unlocked?
Yeah. limping then.
I guess. I still haven't healed. DMC did that? Yeah.
Yeah, if you died too many times, it opened up an easy mode for you, and you didn't have to accept it, but it just, like, suggested that, you know, it's available now.
Yeah, it wasn't available from the start. Basically, DMC2 kind of casualized the game a lot, and especially from the West, there have been just tons of complaints saying that DMC2 is puddle deep, it's too easy. So for DMC3, Hideaki Itsuno went, you know what? For the West especially, we're going to make, what was it? We're going to turn hard into normal and very hard into hard. So when it came out in the West, nobody could, well, some people could, but the majority could not pass the first boss. Because every time you failed the boss, you had to do the whole mission over again. There were no checkpoints. So not only was the boss just really hard, you also had to redo the whole mission if you died. So they released a special edition for the Special West, where they reverted the normal and the hard, and they did the whole sort of, if you die enough times, easy mode gets unlocked. And they also introduced checkpoints, so you can still, yeah, exactly, special. You can still select like the hard checkpoint system from the original release, so it's an option. But the special edition did make the game easier, whereas when it came out, it was just meme levels of hard.
It's still funny to me. The game just goes, oh, I'm sorry.
Captain speaking.
The first checkpoint in your automata on the hardest difficulty was suffering, yeah.
I remember that.
Impact is imminent.
No, wait.
Did you go back?
Checkpoint. Checkpoint didn't put me ahead, it put me behind? Further behind?
I don't know anymore.
What God, this game. Hope you don't get motion sick easily. I mean, I'm not to drink, me too.
Still up?
Yeah, but I need two. I just need to, like,
Just double fist alcohol.
Okay. But it's like, what I'm doing has nothing to do with my objective, which is finding an emergency pod. So it's like, yeah, the wires are still in. Bizarre. It's like,
If the game forced you forward with, like, if you get past one monster, there's a point of no return, then I'd sort of understand your needing to progress forward, but there is no need.
I'm just, I have one vague objective, and the actions that I'm performing have no direct relation.
Yeah.
It's just, I'm walking through corridors aimlessly, and then I'm pulling some alien wires out of assholes.
Look, if you see a wire being... doesn't matter.
No, I would leave it inside the asshole.
Yeah, I guess they had to have gotten it up there somehow. I haven't had. Oh yeah, I did have alcohol actually.
Oh my lord. Well, no, I've seen this.
Yep. But you're not hurt, right?
Let's try it. Oh, I fall over? Is that what that is?
Oh, I guess so, yeah.
Warning. Reactor collapse imminent. Proceed to the emergency vessels.
Oh my poor yes.
Yeah, why is this so upsetting? Why are we supposed to...
Oh fuck. Like, what am I doing? What?
I have no idea.
I guess I'll just keep trying,
Oh,
and
do you go back downstairs?
I guess maybe I needed to go somewhere else before. Yeah, that's exactly what popped into my head, right? Tomb Raider had a very similar chase sequence. I'll just keep trying until I go the right route. No looking. No looking up. Wow.
Wow, what is happening?
Warning. Reactor collapse imminent. Proceed to the emergency vessels.
Oh, there are little lights.
Oh. Okay.
Oh, fuck.
So dumb.
Fucking baited. Fucking
Just as you
baited.
notice them.
Yeah.
Well, this makes sense at least, because if power were to go out and then there's emergency lights and
Yeah.
stuff. Where have I seen that before?
Airplanes.
Oh yeah, I guess so. Cinemas as well have some train stations as well.
Mm-hmm.
It's a neat thing. Well, you learned, I guess. This makes the game so much less scary.
Yep. That's my problem. Well, like the same problem.
My god, what is going on that it's taking so long?
Warning. Reactor collapse imminent. Proceed to the emergency vessels.
Well, because I'm underwater. Soma.
Huh? What the hell happened here? What are all these emergency... What did you do?
I messed up, okay? Can you get us out of here?
Yes. I just need to pump the water out and get a trajectory in place.
Hurry up!
Just a second.
Yeah, it's a fucking mood.
Can you steer this thing?
Starboard rudder is choking, but I can compensate.
How do you even know what direction we're going in?
Don't worry, I'm hooked up to the navigator. We're headed for Theta. Should be a matter of minutes.
I thought I was done for back there.
Seems like the WoW is keeping the Curie from going into a catastrophic failure state. I mean, how did it get on the ship?
Are you talking about the black tentacles in the engine room? I've seen them before at Upsilon. What are they?
They're a manifestation of a malfunctioning station-wide artificial intelligence called the WoW.
Station-wide? So we just made a powerful enemy.
No, it's not like that. The AI isn't a persona. It doesn't feel or think like we do. It's more like a cancer.
Was that the ship?
Looks like your sabotage worked better than expected.
Wow.
Brace for impact! Hold on, the blast just pushed us off the plateau!
What does that mean?
If I don't hit Delta, we're dead.
Oh, it's again, we're in a transportation device and we crash and we end
Yeah.
up just short of our goal, so we have to take the long route to our destination.
It's novel.
Please remain seated.
seated. Listen to the... I was gonna say lady, but I don't think it was a lady. Come on. Yeah, that is the question, isn't it? Did you get her back?
Yeah, just now.
Oh, okay. Blacked out for a second.
I'll never get this open.
I mean, you could try a little harder, but... Okay.
Just like immediately gives up.
Yeah.
I can't relate, buddy.
Like, what is happening right
The frame rate is dying.
now? Hello? Oh, hey, buddy. Oh, it's
You're the rescue team, huh? Good job.
Good job.
It's a little lolly. Cute.
Good job.
Good job.
How about as American as this guy?
Yeah.
I messed up, okay?
Don't worry, Kath. I'll find a way to Theta.
I'll find a way to Theta.
You got a friend now. So bulbous.
My friend is always bulbous.
I don't want to know anything more about your bulbous friend. Thank you very much.
Shame.
It's like a little robot cuddle. Is it following you? Bulbous buddy.
That's
Hey,
pretty
buddy.
good.
It's cute. Look, it's your bulbous buddy.
No, it's not.
Yeah, it is.
Bulbous Bonzo buddy. Holiday gift of the year, Bulbous buddy.
Everyone wants a bulbous buddy.
Hey, kids. Are you feeling lonely this season?
Get a bulbous buddy.
It's like Tickle Me Elmo. I remember that. But it tickles something else. My armpits.
No.
Well, are you not a fan of armpits?
They're stinky.
Well, then you've got a problem. Go shower, you fucking caveman.
Mine aren't stinky, but they're not good for anything else. It's just skin and the hair grows. I don't want the hair there.
What will you let me mash my face in there?
I mean, you do anyway. Like,
Good
what
robot.
you do or not.
Giving away my trade secrets.
I don't like it.
That's why I do it.
Yeah. Hey, you found a butthole.
Yeah, but I'm no longer hurt, so I don't need to
Well,
sniff.
get her.
Oh.
Bite the butthole? Why is that so funny?
It's funny to you, it's arousing to me. Biting is a good deterrent.
Oh, yeah. I mean, I do that occasionally by accident.
Doesn't work. Whoa, that was really violent.
I'm just really angry at this toilet. Fuck you, toilet?
Man, trying to piss underwater is a challenge.
Just gonna go. You're doing it. That's a squatty potty. Yeah, it is pretty shitty. just leave that there for someone else to find.
Just pretend I finished.
Okay. I mean, there's water in it. I believe you.
Oh. This button.
What does that button do? Ooh.
Oh, man, I can't read this.
Intelligence, complex AN7U, class light universal helper. Remote pilot, not
NA,
available.
not applicable.
Not applicable.
Note, while the
K8 lacks a voice module, it is able to communicate via simplified sounds and lights.
Okay.
Oh, that's your, bulbous buddy.
Oops. Oh my lord. Bull. Intelligence. Complex. Class. Medium worker. Remote pilot supported. Topa. Intelligence complex. Class. Mini UH. Remote pilot not applicable.
Oh.
Intelligence is basic. Vessel. Research vessel. Remote pilot is mandatory. No. The vessel has basic intelligence only. A pilot is needed to fully utilize this equipment.
Looks like a gun.
Yeah. Man, I just cannot read. Can you turn off the reset?
Yep.
Okay.
Hey, Terry.
Terry, it's been decided that you and your crew will evacuate to Theta on the 14th. Everything is being taken care of, and you will all be given new positions as you arrive. You will have to fall into the ranks, of course. The last thing we need are more
Leaders.
leaders. Constant.
It really is hard to read on the TV. I don't know why.
Because it's like Terry, E is really thin, and TRRY is very thick. It's thick.
All the letters are squished really tight together. As
Yeah.
well.
Terry, it's been decided that you and your crew will evacuate to Theta on the 14th. This is the one I read.
Yes, it is.
Oh, yeah, I need to quit.
Fuck you, Crodstead. I'm not going anywhere. You don't have the authority to make me. Terry.
This isn't my orders, you idiot. I'm just a messenger. You want to stay? I can buy you some time if you want to hang out at your dump, but your crew is moving tomorrow. Kronstead. Mr. Ackers. It's Terry Crews.
Oh, it is Terry Crews.
I wish. Mr. Ackers, I'm happy to inform you that your crew has safely arrived at Theta. Let me know when you're ready to move out and I'll send a transport. Merry Christmas, Mr. Ackers. Don't hesitate to ask if you want to be relocated to Theta. This is like... some filler is nice, but it's just completely inconsequential. It's like, hey, Merry Christmas, let me know if you want to move positions. Move locations.
I mean, it might still apply to something, but I'll have forgotten it by then. Hey, Terry! What is this? Corrupt opponent. You can't play chess? No, you need an opponent.
Sucks.
Terry Akers won his 1000th game of chess. Aww. Aw, that makes me real sad.
Can you turn on the light?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Can you touch the cancer?
No.
Please?
No, I don't need to heal. And I'd rather save it in case
No,
I...
not the butthole. I meant like the wall to your that wall. Yeah. Okay, thank you.
I guess that's it.
I guess so. There's not much else in here. Nope, there's that.
Yeah, but I looked at this when I came in.
Okay. No.
Can I zoom in?
Nope.
So.
Settler transport or something?
To say that.
Hey, buddy. What you holding there? Oh, it's just this flashlight.
Can I just hold on to it and it'll just
Yeah, I
swim to
wish.
Theta?
Just hold it like a boogie board.
Am I stuck now?
Oh no. Okay.
I'm probably not supposed to be going here, but
I have a question. Are Fritos Cheetos?
yes,
Are they?
yes,
Do you know this or are you just saying?
yes.
God damn it.
See?
What are Fritos then? Because I always thought they were like Cheez-Its type things. No wait, Cheez-Its are little crackers, aren't they? I don't know anything anymore. Curly. Yeah. I think we call those Cheetos here. What are Cheetos over there? Cheez-Its or crackers? Okay, we don't have those at all, so I'm gonna Google this.
Rest in shed. Probably for the best. Not sure I trust the shuttle train anymore.
Come on, you motherfucker.
Oh wait, a corn chip. Free toll.
Hell of a day. All right. Can't
Oh.
believe how much I'm sweating in this suit.
Oh hey bud.
I think I need some vacation soon. Have to speak with Akers about that. Isn't that right, Akers?
I see now, Curly. I pulled
Yeah.
up an image.
You put in a good word for me? I'm not sure that's a good thing. Nah, I'm just messing with you.
Who are you talking to? Can you talk to it?
Yeah. But I'll wait for Hillary's back.
Okay. For some reason, I guess because of the way you pronounce it, I always just kind of figured Fritos were Cheetos, but yeah, they're just corn chips, huh? Yeah, I can imagine. They look the perfect shape for it. We don't really have a lot of flat corn-based chips here. We have Doritos and Dorito knockoffs. That's about it. Wouldn't it get all soggy though? Asking the important questions. I've got to eat it fast. It's the cereal rules, I guess. I bet some people like it soggy as well. Right. God, I could go for like a 7-layer dip and some Fritos. Although I'm actually kind of nauseous because I'm so full at the moment. So probably not. That makes sense. Hello, welcome back. You have missed us talking about corn chips.
Yes, welcome back. I activated some sort of thing.
Oh, nice. Enjoy.
Look at that cane thing. I activated something in a
Did you
Duda
put
ride.
the cartridge casing?
It activated
We
a
need to
friend.
test that one before we ship it.
Hello.
Hey, could you maybe help? I need to get to Theta.
Don't stand there. You know better than that.
Hey, you!
Don't worry about it. I got this.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. I just say we can keep things classy, even when women aren't around. You know?
Listen,
Help me out here, will you? Yeah. You're so full of shit, Brandon. I've seen you when payload manager Alice Coster shows up.
That people.
What? I'm not aware of this phenomenon. I'm afraid.
Oh,
Really not.
fine.
But the face
What?
that I'm getting, yeah.
Bless your heart.
My heart has been blessed many times before. Yeah, the face I got from Air told me as much. Immediately. It's like, oh, that one, okay.
You let her manage your
Wait,
payload?
no,
Why?
what?
That doesn't even make sense. Come on.
Something.
Stop messing around and get back to
Did?
work.
Wait a minute. No, I guess you didn't link me one this Curly. I mean, Ray, just fucking scroll up our chat and send an example to Curly.
Okay.
It's
You can pass on me, thank you.
yeah, okay.
Forget it, Akers.
I think what's confusing you is that Ray's referring to it as polka dot, but it's not polka dot.
Is it just Christmas
It's
cane?
just yeah,
A candy cane?
yeah,
Oh, it's just stripes. That's the opposite of dots.
yeah. But maybe in Sweden they have polka dots, but that I don't know. But she means just candy canes.
Yeah, like peppermint tea.
I'm not playing with you anymore. Is it
Kate, can you hear me?
Give me some room, will you? Did you move the outer shields?
Swedes.
No, the thin one. The yield. Never mind. I found it. Why would you want to go to Theta? Might be a small fish in a big pond, you know?
It's so strange that he's not responding to you. He could be an asshole, I guess. At least he's not trying to kill you.
Yeah, I'll take that. Not.
That's a little hobbit hole.
Tell you the truth, I fucking love my job. I love that Delta is such a tight operation. I get to try everything here.
Oh, he's such a good Bobby boy.
Robot madness.
Get in your hobbit hole. So nice and cozy. Did that say fuckwad?
No. Fuck you.
Fuck you, Akers. Oh, that's Terry. So angry at Terry.
Akers is doing some strange shit. He just took the Zeppelin back to Theta. Don't let him dock. Shut it the fuck down.
Yeah,
Strives
right.
Dotson.
Pattern's a pattern.
Yeah.
And what did the access log say?
Oh, we still need to align one more thing.
Oh, who's that? You can touch him.
What?
You touch the body.
Oh.
You saw that, right? You saw Akers fucking injecting that shit into them?
He got me pretty bad.
Yeah, I think I made it worse pulling away. I can feel it bleeding out. Can you see him?
Fuck. He got on the Zeppelin. He's going back to Theta. We have to warn them.
Good luck with that. The platform radio is dead. Remember?
The Lumar Annex should work. It has to.
Yeah. You go. I'm not gonna make it. I'm just not.
Come on, Evans. We have to warn them. Come on.
It's impressive how he's still bloody.
So someone sabotaged this whole thing.
It was Terry Crews.
It was... Is Terry's last name Akers?
Yeah. He seemed upset.
Careful, Brand. Nice and easy. Yeah, just need a few more.
Block. God, I suck at navigating these environments. Did I raise this one? Yeah.
Oh, is it?
Oh.
I haven't seen an Old Spice commercial in a while. I'm afraid.
Oh, Terry Crews, as in, right. Because Ray said Cruz, as in Ted Cruz. Cruz.
Oh.
Whatever his name is. So that's what I...
The Zodiac.
But Terry Crews' name is spelled with C-R-E-W-S.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now you got it. Isn't it? Whatever, one of those.
Well, we got there.
We know who we're talking about.
Link established, 840.
Hey, try the other one. It's not working.
Is that the floaty robot talking to you?
Yeah, just need a few more.
This is starting to see.
Careful, Brand. Nice and easy.
What?
I like how they're
just
just
need a
hitting
few
each other.
more.
Yeah.
You just can't move.
Hey,
Yeah,
try the other one. It's
amazing.
not working.
Yeah.
This is why there were no NPCs in the previous games.
I guess so. Hey, at least they have permission.
Yeah, that's true. That's weird. Before it had a signal.
Someone moved.
Hey, try the other one. It's not working. Got it. Yeah, just need a few more.
I'm so confused with this.
Careful, Brand. Nice and easy.
I don't know either.
Looks okay, right?
But you've done
Yeah,
all of
it'll do.
Maybe you changed the channel,
Got
I
it.
guess? Because there doesn't seem to be anything on this channel. What do the stripes have to do with anything?
is this 840?
I don't know.
There's still...
Is that a land or a mine?
No?
Ship mine?
I think it's just like a radar dish or something. Anyway, there's still this one more thing. I just don't know where it is. Yeah, I second that. Maybe I'm just dumb, but the level design is just...
Only you could ask your bulbous buddy. How do you know there's still a link that you need to... No?
Okay, so I need to come back to here every time I check them?
Guess so.
$840, I see. Okay, I think I'm starting to understand. Did you request the top one?
I think so.
Stresky, you can see the Zeppelin now.
Good. Sorry about the mess. Without the positioning system, the Zeps just keep losing their set routes. Voljet did say that you could have fixed it on your side by rejigging the antenna. Guess it doesn't matter now. Are all of you coming?
No, just me, Goy, and Creer. Akers is set up being a stubborn old man.
All right. See you soon, Brandon. Happy evac.
Brandon.
Peter, can you hear me?
I hear you, Terry. I mean, Mr. Akers, sir.
I've changed my mind. I would like to come to Theta.
I love...
Let Delta sleep.
Of course. Wow. Honestly, didn't expect to hear from you again. Such a long time since you checked in. We have a few divers in a Zeppelin surveying Lambda at the moment. I'll just make sure they pick you up when they're done.
Thank you for the warning. I'll make sure they feel welcome.
Oh my god.
See you when you get here.
I'll make him some nice tea without cyanide.
This reminds me, every time I think of like really obvious villains, I think of... What was his name? Logan,
Logan,
from Dragon Age Origins.
Loghain.
Yeah, like
He's
right
great.
at the beginning of the game.
Yes, baby.
Right at the beginning of the game, turns away from the king. It's like, oh, you'll see. Just like,
Scooby-Doo levels.
yeah, facing the camera, back facing the king. Oh, you'll see, my king. I was like, really?
Like worm tongue in the movies. Just immediately fucking like an awful little gremlin. Whereas in the books, I'm pretty sure he's just like an advisor at first. Maybe
Yeah.
I'm misremembering, but
I mean, you're supposed to feel sympathetic towards Logan. Fucking wild. I mean, I like the idea that he's, like, had his motivations to do what he did, had his own background. It was just kind of poorly executed.
yeah, I think I kind of liked him conceptually.
Yeah, but just the execution, especially at the beginning, is just like faces the camera away from everyone else.
You'll see. You'll all see.
Basically.
Transport active. Unspecified cargo.
DA4. Oh, hello. Are you
Yeah.
having some difficulty, little buddy?
No. I don't know anything about it, so.
The Zeppelin's on its way. Better get ready.
Is it neat? Like, legitimate question. Have you played Inquisition? I don't remember. Oh my god. It's on its way, but where?
That's definitely the Zeppelin.
Yeah,
It's definitely the Zeppelin.
I enjoyed some of Inquisition, yeah. It got a little too boring for me at the end and I didn't finish it, but I still have it. I think I still have it installed. Jesus.
Yeah. Like, I'm hearing noises, but I'm not there. But I pretty much echo your sentiments.
Dialogue's one of my favorites.
I enjoyed Inquisition for what it was.
Yeah, just need a few more.
I also am one of the only 3 people in the whole world that like Solus.
I don't know about 3 people.
Of course.
You keep saying like people don't like Solus, but he was a fucking fan favorite when the game came out. Like I said at the time when we discussed it, I think when people disliked Solus, they basically disliked the sort of cliffhanger that happened with him.
Look at this fucking mess.
Yeah. But they resolved it, I think, in the next DLC. I didn't play the DLC. I remember nothing about the plot. I played under duress. It's a gun pointed at your head. I liked the villain. Rith? Whatever his name is.
Hurting my
The light
eyes.
is hurting my eyes. He's telling me I don't need this vitreous flesh inside my skull to see the salvation. Charles, yeah, that's the name. I will gladly remove them. Stop them from obfuscating this divine mission.
Good. Who made this mess on the floor? Wait, did the water just drain? No, that was from the sluice. Okay.
Yeah. Didn't mix that drink well enough.
Oh no.
Well, fucking mix it until it's Darksider 3 reviews.
Oh, that's so shiny.
The last drinks were all booze.
That's the best kind. Is this okay?
Lel. It's exciting to watch WoW claim Delta. Half a year ago, I'd be worried. I'd have Goya and Juan clean the black blood from the machinery. Now its crusty surfaces seem to complement, even outshine what Delta was.
Alrighty then. Anytime a crusty surface is outshining something, you might have to be worried. Oh, look at that.
Huh.
What's in that locker? The other one. I want to see that locker.
Dum-dum.
Hello?
Dum-dum. Dum-dum, dum-dum, dum-dum,
Did you
dum-dum,
get
dum-dum,
stuck in there and throw up?
Oh, I can't open it.
Oh, come on. Where's the fun in that?
That's lame.
It's kind of nice shiny texture thing.
Yep. My reflection in the black blood of our warden whispers. I need to save them from this hell. Let them sleep. Lock them in the lucid dreams I've seen. Quick comment on like these scribblings.
Yeah.
As someone who really enjoys writing that I can only describe as pretentiously ephemeral, I guess another example would be like the sort of writing you could maybe see in Souls games, or I don't know, just like really eloquent but fluid writing, the meaning of which is not immediately apparent.
Yeah.
I really like that sort of writing style.
Okay.
And I feel like these developers often try to do it, especially as of Amnesia. Like in Penumbra, they didn't really do a lot of it. It was just mostly, I don't know, really layman terms, because you would find like folklore stories about someone who enjoys scribbling on walls in blood. Yeah, like, you know, I like to actually put effort and meaning into blood scribbles on the walls.
Yeah.
But
I appreciate it when you leave those messages.
yeah, it's like, I'm out, I'll be back in the evening.
Yeah.
Like, just on the wall. I mean, you have to clean it all up, but
I don't usually, but we've got a lot of walls.
yeah. I keep wanting to press the touchback for a
Careful,
map.
man. Nice and easy.
But yeah, like in Penumbra, most of the documents that you find is pretty simple and layman. But in Amnesia, they try to be a little bit more eloquent, and it borders on purple prose. And here it's as well. It's like, I've seen you in the shadows of my lucid dreams of yesterday. And it's like, that doesn't mean anything.
I mean, it might mean something, but it doesn't convey the meaning of it well enough to where we're aware of it.
Possibly. But like, for example, Hollow Knight. I ended up not getting along with that game myself. But I really enjoyed the feeling that it transmitted. Not quite atmosphere, but the way the characters talk and the way the world is presented is very cohesive.
That makes sense.
And fluid. Whereas if you keep just saying like something that sounds like good, I hope so.
Did you do the thing?
It's pretty determined. Yeah.
Okay, good.
It just kind of, it felt fluid, at least at the beginning of the game. It felt fluid. Whereas here sometimes I'm reading and it feels like a Chinese proverb being run through Google Translate.
Or, you know, like sometimes when like there's messages in Silent Hill or something and it's so close to making sense, but
yeah,
something has gone wrong in the translation of
it. It worked in Silent Hill, in my opinion, because it wasn't eloquent or wordy.
Yeah.
Hollow Knight, right? In Silent Hill, it's like, you know, you'll see something weird. I don't know. It's
like the flesh comes off its bones.
No, you'll see scribblings on the walls that will say something like, "Jump down the hole."
Oh yeah, that's right.
And it's kind of just it feels like an unnatural sentence.
Yeah.
And there's plenty of other dialogues in the game that are kind of arguably poorly translated, but it kind of gives this really weird fake feeling to everything. At least in Silent Hill 2.
Yeah.
Calm down, we're safe.
Oh, it's really disconcerting popping in and out of existence like that. Where are we now?
Delta, at least that's what you said before the crash.
Oh, right. Of course. Is this a Zeppelin?
Appropriately named. You think it can get us to Theta?
It's a cargo transport. They use them for moving materials between the sites, anything that's too big for the shuttles. I'm sure it can carry us. Why won't it work? Come on. Oh, the tool chip is bust.
Isn't that part of the Omni tool?
Look who's been paying attention.
I had to deal with that back at Upsilon.
Then you know how it works. We need to get a new tool chip and switch it.
Care to point me in the direction of the closest tool chip storage?
I think it would be easier to just take one from a robot.
Oh, I know just the one.
Just knock a robot over the head and steal their chips?
The toolbox over there says it has a stun baton. You could use that.
Come on, I don't want to hurt anyone. Isn't this a bit much?
It's just a robot, Simon.
We're just robots. Sort of. I'll get us a chip.
Not sort of, you are.
How did he, like, immediately acclimatize to the idea that he's a robot, too?
Yeah. Yeah, the moment she said that he's just a diving suit with some bobs on it, he was just like, alright.
I feel awful.
The robots only appear intelligent. They're much more like dogs than humans.
I wouldn't hit a dog.
Yeah.
Sorry, poor choice of words.
I don't want to hurt anything.
Well, we need a tool chip, or we're stuck here. Take the stun baton from the box I opened and hunt down a robot with a working tool chip. Take the stun baton from the box right over there and then go look for a robot with a working tool chip. Take the stun baton from the box right over there and then go look for a robot with a working tool chip.
She must be a cat lover.
Yeah.
Guess I have no choice.
I mean, dogs are great. I was gonna say, dogs are great, but if it was between a dog and my survival, that dog would be dead, but no, I would be dead. I would be very dead.
Well, yeah, you have.
Oh, yeah.
That's who you have to kill, I assume.
No, I assumed it was Brandon's pal.
Well, the thing is that she keeps talking about robot, comparing it to a dog, which would be this thing.
Yeah, he's too cute. Look at him.
Oh, come on.
Come here, you little shit.
No, Bobby's buddy. You've betrayed it.
I like how it waits.
Yeah.
Please, master, put me down.
No, it's waiting for you to reach its head. It's sad. It's like a little puppy. It's so cute. It's now it's dead.
This works.
Murder.
No more all time. Yeah. This doesn't do shit for me, I'm
I
sorry.
would have killed Brandon's foot instantly. I don't give a fuck about him. He didn't want to talk to me. Well, his buddy helped me out.
Why do you kill everyone
Thanks,
you
Simon.
meet? Because I'm a heartless
Don't be
bastard and I
mad,
hate
okay?
everyone.
We really needed that chip. We'd be stuck here.
Could you do it? Kill a robot like that?
I get attached to them too. I'm not a monster. But in this case, it had to be done.
Is there a difference between them? I went for the small one.
No! Not a Kate! Those
Yeah.
are so cute!
What?
Don't worry. They're dumber than rocks.
You're the worst. It's just beginning to sink in. I mean, really sink in. I'm a robot.
Didn't we cover this already?
Guess I've known ever since I woke up at Upsilon. I just keep suppressing it.
Yeah, I kind of
My
figured it
brain
was
doesn't want me
it
to
was a
think
choice.
about it.
Well,
It's really getting hard not
thought
to think
it would
about it.
be.
Yeah. Could you maybe hit that switch over there so we could get moving?
Oh, yeah, sure.
Hey, if she doesn't have a problem killing robots, you should worry about when you get to her.
Yeah, that's true. Do you remember which one you whacked over the head? Went for the cutest one that you made friends with, instead of the other just red glowing random thing. It's not a red glowing random thing.
Yeah, I think this one wasn't red glowing, but it was the same model as the enemies.
That one had a human consciousness inside, whereas the K8.
You don't know whether K8 didn't. Bulbous Buddy could have had a
No, I
human
did.
consciousness.
Man, she doesn't give a single shit about what you have to say.
Yeah, I push the button, get me to my fucking body.
But the K8, you actually look up. I looked up at the terminal, and it actually says like the intelligence was like
Oh yeah, I guess so.
minimal, and it just can't speak, can't just do anything. It just follows you around and open
Does
doors.
that make it less valuable?
No, but it's valuable in its death to me as well.
Yeah.
It continues to open doors for me, even in his death.
Does it?
Yeah. I used the tool chip from his corpse to open a new door for me.
I guess. Oh, you're heartless.
No, I'm pragmatic, especially in video games. Especially in emotionally manipulative video games that try to guilt trip me. But yeah, Carly, do you remember which one you killed? Yeah, but dogs and cats are the same. You could have put down the guy that was just ignoring you and being insane.
Yeah.
Yeah, but everyone's a little fucking wacky in frictional games. Talkie guy, okay. Yeah, I just like the weird dialogue. They're not dogs. The weird dialogue does not make me think that someone's insane. It just makes me think that Swedes don't know how to write dialogue. This is like the second. This is the second Swedish horror game I play where the dialogue is really awkward. People suck is my logic. Yeah. Yeah.
Yep.
Oh.
Thanks. Boy.
I'm afraid to look around in case the fucking frame rate tanks again.
Yeah. Why is this shooting? Is there anything to look at? Just look at.
See, also, Curly, here's a counterpoint to your people suck argument. If people suck, what about you? Or Ray?
Oh my god, you're right.
You don't suck. Well, not in the sense that you're
Here's the
were
there,
suggesting.
Simon.
That doesn't
We
look
got a slight delta detour, but we're back on track.
Yeah.
We should touch down on a cargo platform just outside Theta. Then we just head inside, grab the Dunbat, and head down the abyss. 4,000 meters. That's a long way. We don't have to worry, though, because with the Dunbat, the Ark could have been in the Mariana Trench. It'll hold for anything.
That's great.
Sounds
Then
drunk.
we can start listening to other people when they talk, because that's how conversations work.
What? Oh, sorry. I just can't stop thinking about what we've become. It's clear that we're no longer human. But then how can I feel like Simon? How can I feel like anything at all? I mean, technically, I don't have any ears, no mouth. Christ, that's a weird thing to think about. I mean, I'm making sounds. I'm still saying things.
You sure are. Okay. Your new body most likely has senses similar to those you had as a human. And your mind, only knowing one way to perceive the world, superimposes that skill set on top of your new features.
So my mind is covering it up, pretending nothing's different.
If it didn't, you'd probably be incapable of interacting with the world at all. And the stress would either kill you or make you go insane.
So I've found a good balance between awareness and ignorance. Does that mean I shouldn't think about this stuff, or are my thoughts actually making me cope? Could I tip the balance by suddenly gaining some insight and go insane?
I wouldn't worry about it. I mean, we have real things to deal with. Saving mankind, remember? Speaking of which, we're closing in on Theta. I'll eject the Omnitool. As always, don't forget to take me with you.
Kath, before you go, the artificial intelligence you mentioned in the escape vessel?
Uh-huh, yeah, the Warden unit, the WOW.
Is it the WOW's fault that we're like this? I mean, it seems like something an unreliable AI would do.
I suppose it set the ball in motion, but it's not directed with purpose. It's really complicated to explain how machines think, Simon. Concentrate on getting inside Theta, okay? See you soon.
Hey, Curly, do you know what you suck at?
Sucking.
That's right, bam, got you.
Don't worry, Curly, we can work on fixing that.
God damn it.
Strasky, wake up Dr. Masters. We're bringing in Akers.
What's wrong?
What can I say? He's had a rough day.
Jesus Christ. He's all butchered by structure shrapnel. The lab sure did a number on him.
Brandon, flip the panic switch on the suit. I don't want to burn through the oxygen.
You're kidding, right? He's fucking hanging on by a thread. We need to move him.
Strasky, get the infirmary ready. We need to move fast.
Wait, where are Komorabi and the others?
This is all we got. I guess it's still at Delta.
Emma, I can't do this on my own. Grab the other side.
Strask, ready or not, we're coming in.
All right, see you soon.
Is that a body or?
Nope.
Okay. Know what you both suck at? Being bad.
Oh damn.
Aw, damn.
This thing on? Can everyone hear me?
Nope.
Go ahead, Strom.
Listen up, all members of staff. The ARC project has caused a lot of arguments the last few months.
That just makes me think of the Deus Ex character
She.
in in Human Revolution. He's going, shit.
Which one is that?
This is just Savage AF. There's like a hooker, a transsexual hooker, I think, a black transsexual hooker on the streets, and I think Adam knows them, and you talk to them, and
Say them.
no, them,
Okay.
and they say, shit. It's like with a what?
I don't remember this.
It's great. It's so great that you could just punch out random bypassers on the street. Speaking of people sucking, it's just like someone saying like 9/11 was an inside job, and you could just punch the fuck out of that dude.
I'm not going to pretend I understand what the hell Sarang talked about and how his continuity suddenly made sense to kill yourself. For the fucking love of God, or whatever you think is important, don't kill yourself. This place is miserable enough. Don't force your friends to clean up your blood. Rest in peace, all of you. Good?
Beautiful, sir.
That.
All right, everyone, show's over. Get back to work.
Be creative.
Rest in pepperoni. Really?
Yeah. I learned for.
Thank you, Catherine.
So funny.
Wait. Am I already here?
Hello?
Who is that? Mark?
No, we haven't met before.
Is this Mark?
I think we're safe.
Oh, I was so worried something had gone wrong.
What's your name?
Robin Bass. Theta Field Service Technician.
Nice to meet you, Robin. How did you get here?
I got scanned, like the others. And then I killed myself. At least I think so. I can't remember that part.
How does that work? Did dying get you into the Ark?
Wow, you're definitely not from Theta. Let me guess, Omicron? Wasn't sure Catherine would be able to scan you guys. You're lucky. There was a lot of talk about this at Theta. The idea is, when you're activated in the Ark, there's basically two of you, right? One human, one living scan in the Ark. You don't want your copy to survive you. You yourself want to survive on the Ark. If the human you dies before the scan is initiated, or closely after, you yourself would live on in the Ark. Amazing,
Yeah,
right?
that's not how that works.
Did Catherine put you up to this? Killing yourself?
Catherine Chun? No. I don't think you understand. She just did scans and put them into the Ark. I hope I get to meet her soon so I can apologize. She always got into trouble with Strohmeyer when someone killed themselves.
I think she's okay with it.
Where is everyone? I thought there would be like 40 or 50 people here.
I don't know. I'll let you know if I see anyone. Robin, I'm not sure how to say this.
What?
This is
Yeah?
pretty amazing, right? I mean, the Ark.
Yeah, it's great. Catherine and the guys have really pulled through. They saved us all.
Okay, goodbye.
See you later.
Will do.
I'll be going now.
Let me know if you find anyone else.
You good?
I think so. I feel fine.
I love how they're so insistent on saying killing yourself rather than like commit suicide or end your life.
I don't understand.
Yeah, me neither.
I can figure this out.
It's amazing. It's time to lose some weight, I guess. It's a lot of metal.
Oh, I remember seeing this in movies.
Oh, wow, 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 wee, wah! Turn it. Turn it. Go chunk. Out of the way. Chunk. And chunk. And a cree.
Awesome.
Did it. Fucking did it.
Super Shine. Good job.
It's very noisy. You know what? It just wants you to know what's out there. Just let its presence know. You did it.
Yeah. It is now. Oh my god.
Hello? Anyone there?
Well, this looks better than anywhere you've been.
Well, Catherine, we found Theta.
Still covered in blood, but
Oh.
better. You just saved.
No, that was loading.
It's covered in blood, but it's not covered in baby tentacles. Oh, is there anything in the... No. Nice hard hat put on. Something might be dangerous. Oh, you missed.
I tried.
We're here? We're here! Okay, great. Time to hijack ourselves a submarine. There will be nothing stopping us when we have done that.
You guys sure have a lot of machines and vehicles down here. What makes this one so special?
It's the only transport that can go into the abyss without cracking like a can of soup.
If this is one of a kind, then how did they get the Ark down the abyss in the first place?
That's a good question. I suppose they did it the hard way and just walked.
Didn't realize that was an option. Kath, what's it like inside the Ark? Is it like a movie or virtual reality?
No, of course not. It's, like real life, but slightly better. Pleasant temperature, clean air, good weather.
So people in the Ark just walk around pretending it's the real world?
You don't have to pretend, it's perfectly immersive.
And it can just sustain itself?
Yes. Attached to a probe fueled by solar panels, it could survive for thousands of years.
That's amazing. Just thinking about the Earth being what it is and us setting out to save the final remains of humanity, it's...
Heroic?
At least it feels worth doing.
Here we go. The Dunbat. Ah, damn it. I knew it was too good to be true.
What's wrong?
It's quarantined.
Yeah, look at
Hold
it. It's
on.
covered in shit.
We need a security cipher.
How bad is it?
It's we don't write these things down type of bad.
Maybe someone's still around who can tell us what it is.
We don't write these
Sure,
things down.
let's go with
man?
that. I'll just unlock the other doors for you so you can explore the station.
At some point, you just take your notebook to record the status of your vehicle and you just write, it's fucked.
I don't.
Just leave it where it is. Just
Can we
forget
fix
about
it? No, it's fucked.
Just, it has gone foobar.
Just all silly shit. Just
Hey! We had the same thought.
Looks like all your friends moved downstairs.
Why abandon the gate? And the habitat? That's so strange. I don't like this at all.
It can't make sense. These black box beacon.
I have no idea. Welcome back. We found the theta.
And the Dunbat. Dum. Yo. That's the samurai opener.
Yeah, I remember.
Before you press any buttons, you just have to go to done.
Yeah, every time that happens.
Yeah.
Mm.
Oh, nice. Can turn the lights on.
Yeah. It's kind of nice.
Yep. I think I might have to pause the next save.
I'm gonna fall asleep.
Yeah.
Wet floor. It sure is, my dude. It's very wet.
Hey, Cass. Oh, I can't take you with me?
We need to find someone who knows the cipher. It's the only way to fire up the Dunbat.
What time is it?
What about your door opener?
Oh.
Which is 117.
Okay.
Extremely low battery.
That's how you know it's the future. They have unisex bathrooms.
Oh, ow, ow, ow.
You know, Lawbreakers have unisex bathrooms.
It doesn't work.
Do you remember Lawbreakers?
It's funny because you break the law by going into other people's bathroom.
I'm not sure I am.
Thanks, Dromar. That's a real helpful report. Be quiet, the proxy listens. What happened to Theta? No explanations anywhere.
Kinda sounds like a warning.
What the fuck was she commenting on?
I have no idea.
Well, You know what else Lawbreakers had?
Jawbreakers.
A really shitty DLC featuring a VA from Rick and Morty.
Like, yeah, and just very poor management. Who's making these cute noises?
I'd say it was too early.
I remember when there were like 5 to 20 people on the server. Those weren't robots.
Well, maybe they were. Maybe they were just scans and brains.
Oh yeah, could be. Simon.
Playing on. That's what the arc is. It's just Lawbreakers forever.
It's just arc of the game. Hello, corpse. Oh, it's not even a corpse. Yeah.
Visually unappealing to me, I guess. What, you don't like Quentin Tarantino? What a pleb. I mean, if you want a more anime shooter like Overwatch, I understand. But if you want a slightly more mature game that's more skill-based, you know, Quentin Tarantino inspired, someone else for you to go.
So some of the servers are still online, assuming this is a server.
Looks like a server.
Hello, boy. Uh-oh.
This is why you create a circular room.
Yeah.
I like the movement mechanics of the ninja chick, but the character design was pretty bad. Yeah. I think there were a few things that I didn't like about it. Unsurprisingly. But, I like the movement mechanics, but what I liked the most, I think, was the game mode concept, where it was a mixture of capture the flag and control point. So you needed to go to the center of the, arena, which had 0G. Take the battery, carry it to your base, and you had to load it to 100%. So defend it until it reached 100%.
Oh, there he is. I love him.
I like little scooches. Yeah.
Cute.
Well, it's over. Seemed interesting on the movement level, but otherwise unappealing to me at the time. Yeah.
Nope. Time to move at half the speed.
Yeah, I might just break because, like, I don't know. Or maybe I'll just, you know, save the future me the burden and get through this section first.
Yeah, that seems like a
Because, yeah. But I didn't like stuff like, for a fast-paced game, to have health stations in which you had to stand still to heal yourself. That seemed contradictory to me.
Didn't the game where you had to skate down sandy mountains and stuff? Ski.
Oh, Tribes Ascend.
Yeah, that also had a similar problem for me.
Oh, you didn't need
Like
to.
it was very fast paced, except then there were weird lulls, but maybe that's just me not being used to the game yet. I like that though.
This game has so many, like, figure this shit out yourself moments that I imagine for a lot of people is Gucci. But for me, it's just like, I need, like, the basic minimum of instructions of some kind. I like, the kind of stuff I like figuring out the most is when you give me a little bit, and then I try to figure out based on what little bit you give me. But here the little bit is like, reset the router. It's like, alright, I don't understand what that means. I don't understand what he wants from me.
Maybe it wants you to follow the wire?
No, because that's... yeah, whatever.
Yeah, I don't know.
Give you the tips so you can take... Oh my lord, Ray, that took me so long. Way longer than it should have. I get it. You need Papa Yoshi to go out and hold your hand. Exactly. Why Yoshi, though? I mean, they won't even tell you which damage is magical and which damage is physical. Because it's fun to figure it out on your own. Through trial and error. First dev that came to mind was handheld game. Yeah. I'm actually not sure like what developer I would associate most with handholding. I honestly... Oh, I'm back. At least one that you would know. I don't know if you know like Nintendo people by name.
No.
Just the very high profile ones. Like obviously Miyamoto and Sakurai is the name of the Smash developer. Miyamoto-san.
Who's that?
Sakurai?
Yeah.
The Smash person.
Miyamoto's just...
Yeah. I mean, he's kind of just...
He still hangs around and does like control. What's it called? Quality control? From what I'm hearing, but... I still don't really have a good grasp on what Kirby is. I've never seen anything Kirby in motion. I've only ever seen pictures of Escape. I grew up very Nintendo-less. That's not true, I had a game.
I played on the SNES, I think, at my friend's place, and that's about it.
I mean, I had a Game Boy, the classic, but it had...
What?
It had a Zelda game on it, which I don't remember which one it was, because at the time it was a little too difficult for me, because I was like 5 years old. And then I had Quicks and Tetris and The Lion King. That's all that I ever had. And I played the shit out of Tetris. It was very good Zelda. I liked it very much when I played it on there later. I can just never remember which one it is. Maybe.
No, you played Link's Awakening. No, fuck. Curly will know. The one where he's on an island?
I enjoyed it, but I know it's not like one of the favorites.
The one with the boat in the intro.
I don't remember.
Well, Ocarina of Time doesn't have a boat in the intro, but Curly will know.
Yeah, that's the one.
Really?
I think so.
You played Wind Waker?
I don't know. I played it on the Game Boy Classic.
No, it's
the gray one.
Curly, it was monochromatic first, and then they released a version that had Game Boy.
The old one.
It was
chunky one.
It was monochromatic at Link's Awakening. Yeah, all right.
Okay, it is Link's Awakening. Well, whatever. I played a Zelda. I enjoyed it. I didn't understand it at all.
That's Ray's favorite, so she says, yeah.
I don't remember it even a little bit.
I like the "or so," she says, bit.
Look, it's Zelda games. You can change your opinion every week. It's fine.
Yeah.
Okay, kids. But that's the only, No, I'm lying. I had a Nintendo 64. Again, I only had
Nintendo 64?
Yeah?
Nintendo 64?
What?
Nothing.
What? Is that a dumb way of saying it?
No.
And I had one game. I had Donkey Kong 64. That was the only game I had until it broke.
The original history about around Majora's Mask triggers me like you don't believe. Ah!
Please. Their noises, its noises remind me of the first Lemony Snicket's series of unfortunate events. Jim Carrey's Olaf doing the raptor.
Ray told me to like check something next to the button that I was interacting with, and surprising no one, I cannot find that place again.
It's a maze. It's fun.
I'm just so there we go.
Oh, that looks like a place.
Yeah, and what did Ray tell me? Like check the thing that's nearby. Because there's nothing that...
Get up! Stop crouching.
That's my full height.
Is it?
No. Like, there's nothing to interact with here.
What about that button? The yellow button.
Which one?
There, that button. Yeah. Is that not a button? Yeah! Whoop.
Are you fucking kidding me?
Looks like a button to me.
Ugh, that's so dumb. Is it coming to me now? Yeah. Wanna bet that's scripted?
Of course it is.
The moment I saw the progress bar, I was like, oh, alright, I get it. Now it's gonna come over. It doesn't even make a noise. Like, at least make it make dial-up noises or something, so it's attracted to the...
Oh, you mean raptor. Do, 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 do.
I still kind of want to play through Majora's Mask at some point, but Nintendo games cost an arm and a leg. Oh! Oh fuck! Wow, you run fast, my dude.
Good.
Holy fuck.
What's going on? Oh, just looks like an angry chin.
Oh my god, that's so lame.
Okay, I'm shaking.
But I just hate watching things. Yeah, I mean, especially in the case of like Majora's Mask, I would definitely prefer to play it as opposed to watch it.
Ow.
There is, I have to admit, there is like a very tiny, narrow bracket of video games that I have watched in the past. I think being in the same room helps immensely. Like if I could just sit next to you, get smashed drunk.
Yeah, that'd be great. Have some snacks.
Yeah. 3D Zelda games are all bad because you're just old.
Shots fired.
But yeah, like I watched Form play through this Gaia games.
Yeah, yeah, you did.
And they're not exactly exciting to watch because it's turn-based. I guess some of the skills are fun to look at.
They are the best games.
But yeah, that was nice. But esports or fucking I don't know. Where is he? Probably.
So do you need to hit it once it's done?
But it immediately comes through.
Yeah.
It's just so lame.
I guess you could just keep turning around this pillow.
That's what I planned.
It's not too bad.
Watching someone play this guy that knows what they're doing is like watching poetry. Yeah.
It's so much fun. I don't know if watching me is like that, but I have.
No,
You've
yeah.
told me that you don't even know what the fuck I'm doing.
No, I mean, I told you similar things. I didn't exactly word it as well as Curly did, but it's basically, yeah, it was so fascinating to watch you just navigate all the menus and just like, I don't even know what just happened, but you did something.
It's therapeutic.
You know?
It's the only game I can play fast. So I play it very fast.
Oh my god.
Oh, speaking of playing very fast. 2K game?
Menuing is a much underappreciated skill, I agree.
Fucking played a lot. I started good. Well,
Not even 11. Just fucking play online. Yeah, that frame rate.
Yeah.
Needed for playing
Sure
Japanese
is.
games.
I can't tell you how much I want to replay 12 as well, even though I know it's not going to be the way I remember it. Sorry, Final Fantasy 12. What?
Just doing time to type.
No! I want to know now!
I wish the server farm was tall enough that you could actually see his feet.
Yeah.
At least that would be fucking intelligent design.
Yeah.
You can't notice the difference between 10.
I mean, 30 and like 40, I'll give you that, but I have a vicariously living for some other people that are playing through 11 again, and it's making me so fucking nostalgic. You have no idea. Ah, Curly, I'm sorry. Play with me. Play with me. Come play 11 with me.
Well, you have to play through 14 first. Oh
What?
my god, this frame rate.
Yeah. I've kind of had some 11 itches, but
Yeah, it was on sale recently.
I know.
Graham and Trazik, Jengis, and she knows Trazik.
I've heard you talk about Bremen, I think. Wasn't Bremen a tank?
Yeah.
I like Bremen if I remember correctly. Maybe I met him.
Why would anyone ever want to play 11? Well, they changed it a lot by now, Ray.
Yeah, it's or at least last time I played it, it was almost unrecognizable already.
I'll show you one day. Holy shit, please don't. You'll fucking mentally traumatize her for life.
I mean, do you want to fight a bumblebee for like 3 hours? Because that's great.
I don't think it's that way anymore.
No, it isn't. Also, unrecognizable. Unrecognizable is not exactly the way to put it. But last time I played it, it was very different from what I remembered. That said, though, I never did get to fucking max to the cat, which really annoys me. Still. But that's my own fault for playing fucking Beastmaster.
For 11 has a better glamour system than 14. That's not. That's a pretty low bar, though.
Yeah.
Yo, hello.
Oh, hello, bud.
How you doing?
What's up?
You come here often? Cause I want to leave.
Well, he reminds me of something. What other game has like a person in a bag, in a sleeping bag?
Silent Hill 2.
Walk.
The game also.
You know what? It does look like absolute garbage, but have you played Final Fantasy XIV? Because it looks pretty bad. I'm sorry. I'm just angry now.
I don't think 14.
No, it doesn't look bad.
I keep hearing. You know, actually, like, really quick sidetrack.
Yes.
Another pet peeve of mine: people who say that something looks 14 looks amazing. Let's leave that aside for now. But what annoys me is that when people want to shit on the graphics of something and they say PS2 graphics, it looks like PS2 graphics. Looks like a PS2 game. It's like, my man, you probably were not even fucking born when the PS2 came out if you say things like that. I understand that it's probably a hyperbole, but PS2 looked like fucking garbage.
Yeah, it wasn't great. It had a lot of really good games, but
yeah, but nothing except PS2 games looks like
much. I feel like some Xbox 360 games sort of look like
Xbox 360 was more technologically powerful.
I know, but I feel like some of them kind of had that same look, but beyond that, no.
Yeah, and it's like someone will watch a trailer for, I don't know. Like, someone would watch the trailer for this game and they would say, this game looks like a PS2 game. It's like, no, it doesn't. It doesn't even look like a PS3 game, arguably.
No.
Nothing looks worse than
PS1 is, yeah.
Textures warp, yeah.
To be forgotten.
Bro, waggle. I'll warp your textures. Yeah, I don't know. 14 has, especially in Heaven's Word, where they just didn't know what to do with larger zones. It has some areas that look like ass. Hinterlands, I think, is the one where at a distance, like some of the things in the distance, the mountains, where you face away from Middleshire. South, I guess? If you look to the south, it looks so bad. Like, people love RuneScape, and it's 150 years old. I just couldn't play it ever because it's so fucking out.
Yeah, I get that.
Oh, I'm stuck on something. Can I retreat? Like, oh god, I can't make sense of it. I didn't even want to try to play. Oh, no, okay, that's the same thing. Oh. I think it's reset now? I don't know.
So?
Okay. Yeah, someone from the UFC has been playing OSRS. OSRS? Oh, fuck, yeah. RuneScape.
Oh. Actually, I never got into it.
Me neither, but then again, I was, like I mentioned before, pretty anti-MMO at the time.
Yeah. I still know someone who plays it occasionally or something. I think it's RuneScape.
I really love that game. Who is that? Or do we not name and shame?
Shame, shame, shame.
My first MMO was Star Wars Galaxies. Oh, that's a big oof.
My first MMO was Conquer Online. It was a little tiny, I want to say Korean MMO. It might have been Chinese.
I'm just gonna very quickly clarify. When I say big oof, it's more like it would kind of ruin future MMOs for you a little bit playing Star Wars Galaxies. I haven't played Star Wars Galaxies, but I've heard enough about it where I feel like big oof. Yeah, see, this is why I wanted to clarify. Yeah. I mean, I really don't have an idea because I haven't played it, But I've heard the stories, and from the stories that I've heard, I feel like it would just ruin other MMOs for you. Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised. Like 11, there are some things that I hear, and I'm sort of like, oh, that's pretty nice.
Yeah, because you had to hear
But-
me saying shit about 11 for 3 years.
Well, no, but even when you were beginning to say it, Star Wars and I just like Star Wars. Yeah, I mean, I agree, Ray, but from a technological perspective, and some of the ideas that they had were pretty impressive.
I have no idea. I'm confused.
I mean, I think it had like customizable housing, way ahead of its time.
Huh.
Everyone there will tell you some fucking stories. Yeah, I'll be ready for them.
We did it, guys. We got past the sleeping bag now.
Yeah, I just don't know why we did it.
Set some routers.
Housing system has still yet to be. Yeah.
I still haven't seen a housing system that I 100% agree with, although I did like some of the Lord of the Rings Online stuff.
Wasn't it like almost to the point of Lego? Like you could actually, it's not like tile sets like in 14's housing where you just plant things that are predetermined, but you could actually literally build your housing.
Yeah, I wish I'd gotten into WildStar. Sort of. I hear a lot of people really enjoyed it, but not as a game. Weird as that might sound.
Oh, Tony.
Oh, hello. That's the wall.
Yeah.
Okay.
See, this is another thing that I don't like in fictional games. You could manipulate any object anywhere, spin, rotate, float, and position it exactly as you wanted it without any fuss. Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, WildStar had pretty decent housing, especially considering, well, decent is underselling it. With features tied into it. I just didn't like that it was, as I remember it, separated from the game world. Yeah, but WildStar, I mean, not to undersell WildStar, but WildStar came out almost 10 years after Star Wars Galaxies. It still doesn't make it any less amazing, but for me, that the idea that Star Wars Galaxies did that so much sooner, way ahead of its time. I just wish WildStar felt better. Yeah.
Oh, I just remembered. That made me remember that I did actually try WildStar.
Yeah.
And I got to right outside the first instance.
Then you probably got further than me.
Okay.
I logged in, saw the UI, and logged out.
Yeah, I did like 10 minutes, and then by the time I saw other players, I just felt like I couldn't. I just hated the controls so much.
Yeah, for me it was like controls and the UI. I tried to I don't know, I just examined the UI, open the settings, see what I could customize, and then I logged out.
Yeah, it almost felt like
Yeah,
Sanctum.
same curve. Sanctum?
Yeah, Sanctum had that same kind of floatiness, but at least, you don't... I don't know, it's a different game, so it works good. God, I loved Sanctum. It was so simple and nice.
I wish a spiritual successor to Sanctum would be released.
Are they still working on it?
What do you mean? Are they still working on Sanctum? No.
The spiritual successor?
It doesn't exist.
Okay.
I think it's funny that the UI bothered you in that game, but you played Blade and Soul up to the point where we were at.
Blade and Soul is horrendous.
Well...
Sorry.
Yeah, I mean, I hated the UI.
It's real bad.
In Blade and Soul. I just didn't hate it as much as WildStar's. Give me a good sci-fi or near future MMO. Yeah. I don't know. I feel like I'll still play 14 for years because, I mean, short of something happening to me, because it just feels like home. It's just a very cozy MMO. It's comfortable to ERP in, which is a rare trait in MMOs nowadays. What is this room? What's this supposed to
do here?
I think it's just a bait room where you go in and.
Yes.
That's where I came from. How did it even arrive here? Oh, okay. 14 is just comfy. It's a pain by numbers MMO that doesn't deviate from the formula. What? What is this? What the? Oh. That doesn't deviate from the formula that much. You don't have to work that hard to get caught up, and honestly, even if you take a long break, it's like a whole lot will have changed. Yeah. Just enough changes, in my opinion. Like, I came back. I already knew about the main story quest. By the way, I have no idea what I'm doing. I'm just walking around. I knew that the main story quests would have... I can't talk about it because form hasn't...
Good job, Simon.
This better have worked.
I can close my ear holes.
No. Basically, they do a little trick in the main story quest. I think as of 4.4, and I already knew that was happening. But it was still really nice to experience firsthand. And it's not something that has changed the game fundamentally. In the long term, it doesn't matter. But as you're going through it, it's like, oh, that's nice. There's enough deviations from the formula where it's familiar but not kind of territory. It is presented in building blocks that you're familiar with, but the building blocks are arranged differently. So, for example, the ultimate fights, the Eureka... No, it's not. It's not game-changing at all. I wouldn't even say something like Eureka is game-changing. But it's just a little bit different. Yeah.
I'm not going down there again.
Oh, dialogue, right. Saving. Yeah. I'll go pause here.
Sounds good.
But yeah, like, it's little things. Spice is nice. Hey, that rhymed. But yeah, I it's kind of, you know, you don't want to stagnate too much, but you also don't want to change things of change. Because I feel like, especially recently, 14 kind of stagnates a little bit too much. In the large scale of things, in the grand scheme of things. But you look at something like WoW that tries to reinvent the wheel, and some of the features that you like might just be left dead by the road, by the side of the road. Yeah, recently. In my opinion, it's just recently. I refuse to be fully cynical about it.
How recently?
Like, and make it fucking square. Yeah. How recently? Heavensward, I guess. Mid to late Heavensward is, for me personally, where I felt myself wishing that they would change up the formula, which is why I was cautiously interested in... Yeah, that's true. But I think of it in terms of content released, as opposed to time.
It's almost 2 expansions.
The tail end of the first expansion pack, and Stormblood is still not fully over.
Yeah,
and
I
it
guess so.
and it has stuff like I would still argue that something like Eureka, and I don't like Eureka, and yet I would still argue that that's trying something different. Something like Blue Mage is trying something different. Yeah, I think I would probably be a little bit more bitter if I just played nonstop. But I don't know. I feel like when I go to other games, something like WoW, I appreciate some of the things that WoW does. I don't know how to put it. It's not that going to other games makes me fall in love with 14 again, but it's more like visiting other games. I sort of remember what are both the pros and cons of design in other games. So, for example, WoW innovates more and changes things up more, but it comes with its own disadvantages, and that makes me appreciate the advantages of 14 that I might have become blind to because I focused too much, or I was too bothered by the disadvantages, if that makes sense.
It's very stable, and it's easy to take stability for granted, I guess.
Yeah. I think Eureka is good in the sense that they're trying something different, but Eureka and Blue's problem is that they don't impact the way that you play the game overall. Yeah, they're inclusive experiences that can be ignored for the large part, basically. But I feel like 14 is fundamentally designed that way, where everything is a linear experience from A to B. Yeah, I mean, I imagine like the more passionate you are about something, the more you're likely to, want it to be better and improve. I definitely think that 14 could stand to the biggest way for it to improve would be to introduce content that is more replayable, content that you can sort of revisit, whereas 100% of the content is for you to just, you go in and you can complete it. And once you complete it, it's over. Which is why rating saves the game for a lot of people, because it's where that design works best. Once you complete, hard content, you feel accomplished and it's rewarding and satisfying. But you complete Heaven on High, and it's like, well, what now? It's just a lot of A to B experiences, whereas something like, for example, but conversely, BFA has a really, honestly, competently designed gameplay loop with Azurite. And just hear me out. Don't slap me in the face yet. It's a competently designed gameplay loop of I constantly need Azurite points to unlock the traits on newly acquired gear. It works out on paper really well. I am constantly... No, it's absolutely a shit system. But it is competently designed in the sense that it is... So dumb. Even I hate it. But it is competently designed in the sense that it is perfectly replayable. You're perfectly motivated to keep going into the islands. It's just that the motivation is really dry.
It's like someone made a house and it's really good, but it's got no electricity or plumbing or furniture. And it's like, yeah, it's a great house. I would be really lucky to live here. Can I move shit in now? No. No, you can't. It's just an empty house. Enjoy.
Yeah, it's competently designed for player retention. The problem is that it's unrewarding at its core. Yeah. Getting levels on the neck doesn't feel good and the traits are shit, basically.
Yep.
And you might have finally acquired the trait you want, but then you have to reacquire the trait once the item level is raised in a patch.
Yeah.
And then once you go through the RNG to acquire the trait that you want, you also need the Azurite to unlock the trait that you want.
They're going to have to give people some kind of agency back for them to come back, because it just felt like a fucking shit show.
They're changing it in 8.2, but why wasn't it that way in the first place? The way they're changing it, by the way, is you will no longer... The traits will remain unlocked, and they're putting traits onto the neck instead. I don't know. I don't subscribe to the X should be dead.
I feel like they could fix it still. I just feel like they took a step to the left and didn't. They shouldn't have, and then they stuck.
I've been following it because I just like to follow things. But yeah, it's just too little too late at this point.
I think it might be on its way out, but I don't know.
I don't know. I just...
It depends on if they care or not.
Yeah, call me naive, but I am fine with games struggling to become better. And if things become better over time, it's just a positive.
Did the... Sorry, go on.
Yeah.
Did the face change again?
I don't know. Then the end of Wrath of the Lich King happened, and Cataclysm and Panda Frontline. I disagree. I think Pandaria was a great expansion pack.
I enjoyed it. I'm sorry.
I'm willing to give you that Pandaren were a travesty, but
yeah.
And when an action MMO with the sort of love and care put into the world and the UI that 14 has, but interesting content that feels rewarding with just the right amount of challenge.
No, that would be great.
Yeah, I mean, that's basically like, I want an MMO that's fun, but that's like...
Well, fun, but not mindless.
Yeah, well, because, well, for Curly, fun is defined by UI that is functional and customizable, interesting content that feels rewarding and challenging.
But Ray, the real world has pandas in it. Should we also end this one? Because I'm ready for that.
Yeah, I don't know. As someone who's able to appreciate something like in components, just it having one component that I don't like did not ruin everything for me.
That's fair. Although, it's looking like at least that's gonna change maybe within a year or two.
Yeah.
Hopefully sooner.
Yeah. Yeah, I think 14, just on an ending note, I agree. And I think that 14 could stand... it's out of this bitch. Could stand with more like challenging, replayable content. But for what it is, it does okay. I hope they continue to experiment with things, and if they continue to do stuff like Eureka and Blue, who knows? Maybe at some point in Shadowbringers they will actually deliver what we're talking about here.
Yeah.
Maybe they will.
I'm curious.
But
I'm also very sleepy.
Yeah.
Meh.
14 devs are afraid to take risks that change the core game. They take risks with things that don't affect the game at large. I suppose, but they haven't really done stuff like Blue ever before.
Okay,
Yeah.
see you around, Raby.
I'm gonna be on Discord. I'm gonna end the stream, but we can continue this on Discord as well.
I'm gonna go sleep. Good night, Curly Whirly.
Thank you for tuning in. It was sure as heck exciting watching me go through server farms and getting lost.
Ta-ta.